Hey everybody, my name is Spencer, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to play Sea Salt and Paper, published by Pandasaurus Games, who has also partnered with us at Game Nerdz to bring you this tutorial. Sea Salt and Paper is a set collection and hand management game with the objective of creating an ocean from folded paper. The game cards display masterfully crafted ocean-themed pieces of origami art on colored backgrounds. These small icons are part of a universal system called ColorADD, created to help with colorblind accessibility. Card color is extremely important in this game, so ColorADD is a very helpful tool. You can find a link to ColorADD's free Color Alphabet app in this video's description. The other symbols on the cards indicate various effects and ways to earn points, whether by collecting or playing. I'll get to the specifics of playing in a bit, but first, let's set up the game. Remove the 6 player aids and divide them amongst the players. Shuffle the 58 game cards into a single deck and place it face down. Reveal the top 2 cards and place them face up beside the deck to form 2 discard piles. Randomly choose someone to go first, and you're ready to play. Sea Salt and Paper is played over however many rounds it takes for one or more players to reach or exceed the required number of victory points. The required point totals are 40 for 2 players, 35 for 3 players, and 30 for 4 players. However, if one player collects all 4 mermaid cards during a single round, the game is immediately over and they are declared the winner, regardless of point totals. To help you remember this, there's a reminder on the back of one of the player aids. Each round lasts until a player has earned at least 7 points. When that happens, they may choose to end the round on their turn. A turn has 3 steps: draw a card, play duo cards, and potentially call for an end to the round. Step 1 is draw a card. As the active player, choose to take a card either from the deck or from one of the discard piles. When choosing to draw from the deck, take the top 2 cards, pick one to keep in your hand, and discard the other to a discard pile of your choice. If one of the discard piles is empty, you must begin a new pile. If you instead choose to draw from a discard pile, pick the top card you want and add it to your hand. However, you are not allowed to look through the discard piles, so you'll need to pay attention to what gets discarded. After adding a card to your hand, you may optionally play one or more pairs of duo cards to trigger special effects. To do this, play the pair face up in front of you and apply the effect. You'll find the symbol for duo cards in the top left corner. There's one filled in icon and one dotted icon. This shows what you need to complete the pair. This is a crab duo card. When you acquire a second crab, you can play them both down during step 2 of your turn to trigger the effect. The crab's effect lets you choose a discard pile to look through and pick a card to add to your hand. You don't have to show the other players. With a pair of sailboats, you may immediately take another turn. A pair of fish cards lets you add the top card of the draw deck to your hand. And the swimmer and shark pair lets you steal a random card from any player and add it to your hand. Now this is the only pairing where you need 2 different icons to complete it, a swimmer and a shark. Each pair of duo cards earns you 1 point, and this is the case whether or not you have played the pair down in front of you. However, the effect only applies when you play the pair. Refer to this side of the blue player aids for a summary of the duo effects. Now let's take a quick look at the other card types and how they score points. These are collector cards. You'll earn points based on the number of those types of cards you have in your hand. For example, 1 shell is worth nothing, but 5 shells are worth 8 points. The octopus, penguin, and sailor cards work the same way, but the point values vary. The next type of cards are the point multiplier cards. By themselves, they aren't worth anything. However, once you start collecting the cards with the matching icons, you'll earn the depicted number of points per card of that type in your hand. The lighthouse earns you 1 point per boat card. The shoal of fish earns you 1 point per fish card. The penguin colony earns you 2 points per penguin card. And the captain earns you 3 points per sailor card. I should point out that the point multiplier cards do not count as the cards you're looking to score. In this example, even though the lighthouse card has a boat symbol on it, you wouldn't get a point for it. The final type of card is the mermaid. Now, these serve 2 purposes. The first is the end game trigger I mentioned earlier. Collect all 4 and win the game. But if you're not able to collect all 4, they can still earn you major points. Each mermaid card will award 1 point per card of the color you have the most of. If I have 4 purple, 3 yellow, and 1 gray card, a single mermaid card in my hand would give me 4 points, because purple is the color I have the most of. Now you can score multiple mermaids, but you must choose a different color for each one. In this same example, the first mermaid would give me 4 points, and a second would give me 3 points for the yellow cards. Also, mermaids are considered white cards and can include themselves when scoring their own color. As soon as you have 7 or more points with the cards in your hand and in front of you combined, you may end the round. You do this by first revealing your entire hand to show your score, and then you'll announce one of two things: stop or last chance. Stop is the safest choice. At this point, the round immediately ends. All players reveal their hands and score the points on all of their cards, including the duos played in front of them. Record each player's score and begin a new round. Instead of announcing stop, however, you can choose to bet on your success and announce last chance. Each other player then gets one final turn. As each player finishes their turn, they reveal their hand, thus protecting them from shark attacks. After everyone has completed their final turn of the round, calculate scores individually as before. This time, however, there are significant stakes. If the triggering player's point total for the round is higher or equal to the other players, they've won the bet. They score the points for their cards and a color bonus. The color bonus is calculated just like the Mermaid card. 1 point per card of the color you have the most of. In this outcome, all other players will only score their color bonus. If, however, the triggering player comes up short and their point total is less than that of at least one opponent, bet lost. The triggering player only scores their color bonus, and their opponents score their cards like normal. There's one special case to be mentioned. If the deck is empty at the end of a player's turn, the round ends immediately without scoring. In either outcome, make sure you've recorded the point totals for each player if there are any, and then begin a new round by shuffling all of the cards and setting up as you did at the beginning. The player to the left of the triggering player begins the new round. Continue playing and adding up the scores for each round until one or more players reach or exceed the required number of victory points. Again, that's 40 for 2 players, 35 for 3 players, and 30 for 4 players. The player with the most points wins the game. And if there's a tie, the player who earned the most points in the final round wins. And don't forget, a player can immediately win the game at the end of a round in which they've collected all 4 mermaids. And that's all there is to it. If you have any questions about anything I covered here, please leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Once again, my name is Spencer, and I want to thank you so much for watching.